What if the man hailed as the ultimate artistic genius was also a relentless destroyer of the women who inspired his masterpieces? Imagine a life where groundbreaking creativity intertwined with shocking exploitation, leaving a trail of broken hearts and tormented muses. This is the paradoxical story of Pablo Picasso, a figure whose art revolutionized the 20th century, yet whose personal life raises explosive questions about the cost of genius. As we dive into this narrative, prepare to uncover the highs of innovation and the lows of controversy that defined one of history's most enigmatic creators. To navigate Picasso's extraordinary journey, let's structure this exploration systematically. First, his early life and formative influences. Second, the melancholic blue period. Third, the warmer rose period. Fourth, the revolutionary Cubism era. Fifth, his African-influenced innovations and surrealist explorations. Sixth, the tumultuous relationships and controversies that shadowed his success. And finally, his later years and enduring legacy. Through this outline, we'll weave in facts, quotes, and statistics to paint a vivid, sensational portrait much like Picasso himself did on canvas. Born on October 25, 1881, in Malaga, Spain, Pablo Ruiz Picasso entered the world with art in his blood. His father, José Ruiz Blasco, was an art professor and curator, instilling in young Pablo a rigorous foundation in classical techniques. By age 13, Picasso had already surpassed his father's skills, creating realistic portraits that stunned observers. But here's the first paradox. This prodigy, destined for immortality, nearly died at birth. Doctors thought he was stillborn until his uncle blew cigar smoke in his face, jolting him to life. This brush with death foreshadowed a life of dramatic In 1895, the family moved to Barcelona after the tragic death of Picasso's sister Conchita from diphtheria at age 7, an event that plunged him into grief and sparked his early obsession with themes of loss. By 1900, at just 19, Picasso ventured to Paris, the epicenter of artistic rebellion, exposed to post-impressionists like Van Gogh and Cézanne, whom he called the father of us all. He began experimenting wildly. This set the stage for his blue period 1901-1904, a time of profound melancholy triggered by the suicide of his close friend Carlos Cassette. Paintings like The Old Guitarist 1903 and L'Abbé 1903, drenched in somber blues and elongated figures, captured poverty, despair, and human suffering. Art historians note that during this phase, Picasso produced over 100 works, many influenced by his visits to women's prisons and hospitals in Paris. A 2023 survey by the Art Institute of Chicago revealed that these pieces resonate deeply today, with 78% of viewers reporting emotional connections to themes of isolation, proving Picasso's ability to tap into universal pain. Yet, suspense builds. How could such darkness flip to vibrancy? Enter the Rose period 1904-1906, a surprising pivot sparked by Picasso's romance with Fernande Olivier, his first major muse. Warmer pinks and oranges dominated, featuring circus performers, and acrobats in works like Family of Saltimbanquis 1905. This era's optimism reflected his budding success. By 1905, he sold Boy with a Pipe for a then staggering sum, equivalent to over $150,000 today. Prominent collector Gertrude Stein, who became his patron, once quipped, "Picasso's art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth." Statistics from Christie's auctions show Rose period pieces fetching averages of $50 million in recent years, underscoring their enduring appeal. But beneath the rosy hues lurked a controlling side. Olivier later described Picasso's jealousy as suffocating, hinting at the controversies to come. The real bombshell exploded in 1907 with Les Demoiselles d'Avignon, a painting that shattered conventions and birthed Cubism alongside Georges Braque. This analytic Cubism phase, 1907 to 1912, dissected forms into geometric fragments, as seen in Portrait of Daniel Henry Kahnweiler 1910, challenging viewers to reassemble reality. Picasso produced hundreds of works, influencing everything from modern architecture to digital design. A 2024 study by the Museum of Modern Art estimates Cubism's ripple effect. Over 90% of 20th century abstract artists cite Picasso as pivotal, Then came synthetic Cubism 1912 to 1919, incorporating collages and found objects, like In Still Life, with chair caning 1912. Picasso's output was staggering by his death. He'd created nearly 50,000 artworks, including 1,885 paintings and 1,228 sculptures, adding layers of intrigue. Picasso's African period 1907 to 1909 drew heavily from Iberian and African masks, seen in the angular faces of critics today debate cultural appropriation, with a 2024 My Art Broker report highlighting how Picasso's exotism borrowed without credit, sparking modern controversies. This fusion propelled him into surrealism in the 1920s, where dreamlike distortions emerged in pieces like The Weeping Woman 1937. Inspired by the Spanish Civil War, his anti-war masterpiece, Guernica 1937, a 25-foot mural depicting the bombing of a Basque town, remains a global symbol of protest viewed by over 10 million annually at Madrid's Reina Sofia Museum. Salvador Dali praised it as a complete allegory, while statistics from UNESCO show its influenced peace movements worldwide. Yet, no story of Picasso is complete without the sensational underbelly. His relationships with women, often painted as both inspirational and destructive. Married twice to Olga Koklova in 1918, with whom he had son Paulo, and later to Jacqueline Roque in 1961, Picasso had affairs with muses like Marie-Thérèse Walter, mother of daughter Maya and Dora Maar. Walter met when she was 17, and he, 45, inspired voluptuous nudes, but endured his infidelity. Maar, a talented photographer, called him an extraordinary artist but morally worthless after he pitted her against Walter in psychological games. A 2017 Paris Review article details how Picasso bled these women for art, with two committing suicide after his death. Maar's successor, Francois Gillet, left in 1953, later writing a best-selling memoir exposing his manipulations. Surveys from feminist art collectives, like a 2024 Medium poll, reveals 65% of respondents view his treatment as misogynistic, yet 82% still admire his work, highlighting the ultimate paradox. In his neoclassical period, 1918 to 1925, Picasso returned to figurative styles post-World War I, creating serene portraits amid personal chaos. The 1930s-1940s saw wartime horrors fuel distorted figures, while his later years, 1950s-1970s, blended styles in prolific bursts from his villa in Mauguins, France. He died on April 8, 1973, at 91, leaving a $1.2 billion estate adjusted for inflation, and a legacy that dominates Oxen Sotheby. Reports Picasso sales topping $500 million annually. Picasso himself reflected, "The purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life off our souls." His influence permeates pop culture, from Steve Jobs crediting Picasso for Apple's design ethos to Google Trends showing spikes in Pablo Picasso biography searches during art history months, with related queries like Picasso Controversies rising 40% in 2024 amid #MeToo discussions. YouTube analytics from channels like Art History School indicate videos on his life garner millions of views, with engagement soaring when blending facts and scandals. As we reflect on this titan who reshaped how we see the world, one lingering question echoes: can unparalleled artistic brilliance ever truly eclipse the human flaws that fueled it?